Hello YouTube, RedAtMath here, and welcome back to some more of The Division. I wanted to address a comment that was left on the last video. In it, we were dealing with the cleaners and their final solution for burning out the virus, to which Slackbox commented, "I do hope The Division has an actual solution in the works. Otherwise, killing people who are trying to suppress the pandemic seems kind of kooky." And you're not wrong, and we're not that kooky. Of course, the progression in the game and the story missions are sort of branched into medical, tech, and security missions. And the security missions are dealing with the physical threat to the people of New York City. But the medical missions are more focused on either, for the side missions, ensuring things like drinkable water, but for the story missions, actually seeking out that cure. I want to show you guys two real quick videos for some of the intel that we've gained. One of the things we were at first concerned about, let's watch this real quick.
One of the things that makes a virus lethal is adaptation. Rapid mutation makes it harder for antibodies to identify and drugs to kill. What we're seeing in the samples you pulled from the population at the train yard is the degree of genetic drift green poison is already experiencing, and it's significant, which means it'll be that much harder to find a vaccine.
Okay, so, I'm no virologist, but I did take biology and organic chem in college. I remember a few things from my time there. Basically, what that's saying is the virus is, of course, mutating. And any research that we're doing on the virus, if we develop a cure for just one of those branches of mutation, then maybe we don't cure the whole thing. We just cure that branch. And that sent us down a path of completing our next story mission, which was to obtain a pure sample of the virus. It led us to a department store where an echo showed us an actual virologist in the game completing a transaction at a high-end jewelry store in which he was apologizing for his credit card not working and then making a large purchase with a lot of probably very contaminated bills. We were then able to locate some of those bills and confirm that an original strain of the virus was on them. That then gave us this intel report, which we're going to watch now.
Samples of the original green poison pathogen, the ones we recovered off the currency used as a primary transmission vector, let us take a closer look at the virus's basic genome. What I found was clear evidence the bug had been manufactured. There's genetic material there from a half dozen other pathogens, bolted onto smallpox to make a more efficient killing machine.
Oh, wonderful. However, we did get something out of that, which was we now have a suspect in who created the original strain, and that it was, in fact, manufactured. We also got a new objective to go talk to Jessica Candle. She is our medical specialist here in the medical wing. So let's go talk to her and find out.
There you are.
There I am. What she has to say.
Hey there, Give me a second. Yes?
Sorry, Dr. Kendall, but the sample's not producing results that...
Did you run them at room temperature?
You said...
I said room goddamn temperature.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're within temperature variances.
You know what? I'll do it myself. Just put it down and we'll both pretend this never happened. Hard to believe you can't find good help in the middle of a pandemic, right? Anyway, the good news is we are up and running on what you've brought in so far. Dr. Ellis taking over the hospital wing was a lifesaver. Now I can focus on research. My wife always says I'm better with pathogens than with people. My ex-wife. Funny. Anyways, you just keep doing what you're doing. We are halfway to a blueprint for a vaccine, and with your help, we will get the rest.
All right. So we found out a little bit more about Jessica, and she reassures us that the research into a vaccine is well underway. Now, I want to then actually go complete a new medical mission that I have not done yet.
Need to get this apartment block cleaned up.
Please! No! Don't do this! I'm not sick! I'm not... Ah! God! Ah!
Got a lot of work ahead of us. They're scattering like rats. We'll get them all. Don't you worry.
So that demonstrates two things. One, that the cleaners' methods are a little too extreme. And they're not willing to listen to things like, oh, I'm not infected. This is the apartment building in which Gordon Amherst, that virologist that we discovered was making the transaction in an earlier mission, lived. And we think we might be able to get a solid sample from his apartment. We're going to go ahead and fast travel to the nearest safe house so that we can then take just a quick jaunt over there. Now, the area that we're heading into, I've not yet been to that area of the city, and it's higher level than anywhere I've been before. We've just leveled up to level 14 recently, but our gear and weapons are lagging maybe a level or two behind, which is usually the case.
Now entering a safe area.
So I expect this to actually be quite challenging. Let's see, the zone is for level 14 and 15.
Need to get this apartment...
We'll just...
Our main suspect? We've located his residence at this apartment complex in Hell's Kitchen. You'll need to get inside and secure anything which confirms a link, notebooks, hard drives, whatever you can find. But there's still civilians in there, and that means the cleaners are on their way to sterilize the place.
If Amherst's not the guy, I'll eat my centrifuge. His work has got to be your first priority.
We can't just leave those civilians, Doctor.
If we don't get this virus figured out, there won't be any civilians left to save.
All right. So there you go. That is our
Now
objective.
exiting the safe area.
We've got a couple of these guys up here, and I think I'm just going to avoid them if I can, actually. Also, I do have different skills equipped than the last time. For that security mission, we were rocking tech skills. Now we're on the medical path again. I like these skills as kind of standard running around stuff. We've got a pulse to scan the area. We've got it equipped with a modification that gives us increased damage on any enemies that we do pulse. So like we would do extra damage to that guy for a little while. And then also the self-healing ability, which we currently have a mod so that it can over-heal us. And you'll notice that little green bar that has appeared above our health as a little bit of kind of extra armor.
It looks like the place is on fire. We need to investigate the suspect's apartment while it's still in one piece.
Suspect? That's generous.
Okay, so...
Innocent until proven guilty?
Please, I've met the guy. Those cleaner bastards have a collective psychosis. They better not screw this up.
Alright, so we need to get in here basically before the cleaners do too much damage to any samples that might exist. Which is kind of a running theme. Okay, thought for just a second I was getting shot at from behind. But the cleaner's copious use of fire has a side effect of not leaving any evidence behind for us to do our virus research. And I've got the cover. I'm not going to do that. So it's important that we get to this before they do. Not that their intentions aren't pure, but their efforts are just a little bit misguided. Not to mention the whole part where they're just senselessly murdering any civilians they come across. Yeah, and the piles of bodies are stacking up. The entrance to the building, we are now inside. We've got some loot upstairs, and that's the way we want to go. So, as a good little video gamer, let's go the side path first and check out this pack. This one water, I can deal with that. Alright. Oh, I hear bad things.
They haven't burned the place down yet, thank God. I'd love to talk to one of these cleaners sometime, partially to find out what makes them tick, and partially to strangle him slowly while he told me.
I like Jessica. Alright, so that is them disposing of some bodies. Let's see if we can't start this off with a good hit to something that explodes. Not even a little bit, huh? There we go. Unfortunately, that is coming in. Okay. That fire is bad. I'm not a huge fan of the fire. Alright. Come on. Pop up. Pop up. Pop up. Oh, pop up. This is not a great position for me to be in, especially when things like that happen. Seems like a good time for a med kit, just in case. Probably didn't actually need it though. You guys maybe want to talk this out with me? Oh, I saw the light of that sniper rifle right as it fired. Okay, I know you're back there. There you are. Oh man, remember these guys? They were a boss fight just a little while ago. Not a boss fight anymore. Oh man. Alright, let's back away slowly. And by slowly, I mean running at full speed. And then empty as much of our ammunition into him as we can. Okay. I get it. I get it. We're not ever going to be best buds. It's okay, though. Let's maybe try one of these. Maybe like that. Yeah. Felt good, didn't it? Oh man, maybe I should have come in here with a full mag. Okay. Lots of headshots and an explosion for good measure. Not quite dead, but this should pretty quickly do it. There we go. Ooh, blue loot. A military shotgun. 70. I can live with that. Got that off. Okay, behind us. Fair. Lisa's aim was not so true. Now, sniper friend. Go ahead. Try that again. Thank you.
Found Amherst's apartment. It's across the courtyard. But it looks like the direct route is blocked. You'll have to find another way there.
Of course it is. Of course we will. Couldn't it just be easy? Like, oh yeah, he lived on the corner. Just go in through a window. It'll be fine. Fortunately, there's nothing we can do about the cleaner's handiwork from here, but we can certainly hear the results on the other side of that wall. Oh. So some of the humanizing that I spoke of the cleaners in the previous episode may be counteracted here. Like I said, in a lot of the actual fights with them,
No! You animals! You animals!
they do seem like nothing more than kind of the goons of a supervillain. But they do at least have some motivation.
Get in. Are they gone?
Come on, let's get out! Hurry!
We'll send someone out to round up any survivors and get them back here safely. You're clearing a path for them, so just keep going.
Okay, go me. And no threats were found. Loot fully stocked, but med kit. Oh, I'm digging it. We've got our med kits up to capacity of 5, which is actually quite good. And we're also running with a perk equipped that when we use a med kit at low health gives us some damage reduction. Okay, 1911. Which I find quite useful for all of those times when I sort of panic heal at low health while I'm taking damage. The damage reduction means that I don't just immediately take that health gained and lose it again. This, okay, this just loops around to where I just was. It's just a loop down that alternate path. And up is the way to go. Anything? Anything at all? No? Great. One down. Too many more to go. Oh man. The Molotov thrower is also an elite, which is gonna make him kind of a nuisance. Two of them are elites. That's even less fun. One of them is a shotgun tech guy. Okay. Let's back off a sec. One of them is a shotgun wielding sentry robot deploying guy. The other is a thrower of Molotov cocktails, which means that staying in one place for too long can be quite dangerous. Let's actually switch off to our sniper rifle, which usually makes armor a little bit easier for us to deal with. And remember that we can keep healing as we do overheal. Alright, one down, one to go. Well, maybe 1.5 is a sentry turret. Really? I just killed that thing. Come on. Stay still. I will gladly trade shots with you. Shotgun to sniper rifle at this range. Yeah.
The apartment is upstairs. If Amherst is the author of the virus, he must have left some evidence. People like that don't destroy the proof of what they've done.
Huh. There's loot here, but we're above it. Like we're still above it. I don't know. Worry about that some other time. We could drop some you guys. Nope, just a little bit of ammo. Amherst, where you at, my friend? Why do bioterrorists always have to live on, like, the 5th floor? I'm telling you, ground floor, corner apartment, that's where it's at.
Have a look around. It might have been looted, but whoever was in there probably wasn't looking for documents or hard drives. And if you get lucky and find Amherst there, bring him in so I can ask a few. We won't get that lucky. We never do. Well, I can dream.
Interesting. She doesn't exactly look like she was equipped for looting when she died here. Alright, let's check this place out. Any hard drives in the refrigerator? Probably not, right? That was probably like water and snacks, which we're pretty full up on. Same here. Yeah, full. You know, in this world, everyone owns so much camping equipment. I've never seen so many high-end backpacks in my life. Got another loot container upstairs here. Case in point. But again, our inventory is full. That was actually a med kit, which we are again good on. One here. Interesting. Always good when you come into someone's apartment and there is a chalkboard with equations all over it. We should, like, take a picture or something? I don't know. Right.
I hope you found what we're looking for. It's high priority, so I routed an extraction chopper for you. But you'll have to secure the rooftop before it can touch down. Don't play with fire. Get the evidence back here safely.
We have choppers? Why have I been running around the city? Oh well. We have actually seen evidence of helicopters before, but, you know, seriously, why did this warrant a helicopter extract and nothing else has? Okay. Something tells me it's not going to be quite that simple, especially with a restock box right before it. Top, here we come. Yep, that's pretty much what I was expecting. These guys are just as annoying as ever. New shields and axes would be more dangerous than assault rifles. Oh, hello. Apparently there's more of you that I have not yet spotted. Indeed. Okay. You're done. Oh, there's the other guy. Moving along. Hardly till the end. It's not 1999 anymore, man. You can't be pulling that.
Keep it up, Agent. We need that rooftop cleared so we can pull the evidence out.
How do you know it's not cleared? I haven't told you there's anybody up here. Just get the helicopter here. Sooner, rather than later, please. This looks like, maybe a little bit dangerous. It's gonna be one of those days. Oh, good. No respawn zone. What I always like to hear. Really? We walked like 30 feet and it's like, sure, you don't need any more ammo? Never a good sign. Some of the final areas with their no respawning can actually be extremely deadly in the multiplayer hard mode. I have sometimes spent an embarrassing amount of time dying repeatedly to kind of the final battle in a story mission.
Normally, this chopper is for pickups from the Dark Zone only, pulling out highly contaminated material. For the current op, we'll make an exception.
I see. We have not yet discussed the Dark Zone. That'll be a future video, I'm sure. I have made some outings there, and so far, not really finding it super suitable for solo play. And I'm waiting to get a group of friends that are all at appropriate level to join. Okay, come on, hop up. Thank you.
Lighthouse, this is Bluebird 2. Ready to retrieve the package.
Ow, more. A bit of healing. Goes a long way. This medkit has that sniper back there. Has a pretty decent amount of burst fire. Oh. I didn't realize that was a window. That's not fair. That's cheating. There you go. Okay. Thank you. Helicopter dead ahead. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and extract this. This is the same way that extractions work in the Dark Zone, which is probably a phrase that doesn't make a ton of sense.
Lighthouse,
Really?
Bluebird 2. Package acquired and we are returning to base. Bluebird 2 out.
He was just standing right next to me and immediately started setting me on fire. Is that where we are? Again, with the snipers in the windows. Sniper rifle time. Thank you. Other sniper rifle. Oh, great. He has armor. Alright. We'll slowly eliminate this guy at the next opportunity. Thank you. Alright. And then we'll play a little bit of counter sniper. Come here. Come here. Oh, man. Apparently it can't just be 1v1 with sniper time. That would have made things too simple. Yep, yep. Wait till he pops out again. Thank you. Thank you. Luckily, his throwing arms, he's not as precise as he might like.
The chopper with the evidence is inbound on HQ. I know we took civilian losses, but there would have been a lot more if you hadn't been there. Excellent work, Agent.
Well, thank you. It's good to feel appreciated. Weapon talents. This is new. Weapons of specialized and above quality have weapon talents. Oh, okay. This isn't new. Weapon talents grant unique properties to a weapon. Higher quality weapons have more than one talent. Equip the right gear to fulfill firearm stamina or electronic requirements for weapon talents to become active. Got it. I've reached level 15. Ooh. There are a lot of good things about that. Well, let's check out this loot real quick. Riot pack, holographic sight, some gloves. We'll check out the pack and gloves. Oh, wow. I think I can afford the 37. It's got better capacity.
Okay, Amherst's notes were definitely a game changer. Such a schmuck. I always knew he was a shithead. I uploaded a report on it. Have a look.
Well, thank you. So the weapons with special requirements. This way that this system works is basically, as an example, our Burstfire MP5 here. Scroll down under the talent section. It's got self-preserved. Critical hits with the weapon heal you for 0.5% of the damage dealt. But it's got some requirements, 126, 168. If we switch over to our character tab, we're going to see that that corresponds to our firearms and stamina. So we need our firearms to be at least... Oh, there we go. Ah, it's because we got that gun. Our firearms to be at least 126, our stamina to be at least 168. We have that covered. So we gain that talent. If we didn't have those attributes, we wouldn't be gaining that additional bonus. So it's kind of useful to take that into consideration with your abilities. I think it sort of balances getting maybe a really overpowered weapon, especially through multiplayer interactions, that sort of thing, that you couldn't get just a gun and it be the silver bullet that wins you the game. We did get this thing, and it has a talent of killing a target has a 5% chance to instantly refill the magazine. Not bad. I can imagine going nuts with a shotgun that just constantly is able to reload itself. That would be quite cool. Can you imagine that on something like a machine gun? Ooh, 100 rounds that normally is sort of balanced out by the fact that the reload is quite slow, being instant instead. We also got this little guy, optimal range and accuracy. That's probably going on our submachine gun if I had to guess. And some gloves that are significantly better than our own, except for the fact that it's sticky bomb damage. You know, I actually don't think this is better. The plus 50 stamina we don't really need. We're not using sticky bombs. We don't use assault rifles or pistols all that often. What we do use is the pulse, and the additional critical hit damage there might be better. I'll maybe give that a little bit more thought. Also, she did say that her research had been completed. Real quick before we do this. Okay, that's just a restock. She mentioned that her research had been completed, so we're probably going to take a look at some more intel right here. Dr. Candle's report on our ongoing progress with the virus.
What you're looking at is the smallpox virus. It normally takes 1 to 2 weeks for it to incubate in a host, and it's not contagious while it's doing so. Looking at Amherst's notes, it's clear he wanted to change that, to make green poison infectious while it developed, and to speed up that incubation process to make it spread faster. In English, it's more contagious and it reproduces faster. And that's bad.
Abel's was the original department store where the infected cache was released on Black Friday. Of course, it spread like wildfire on the biggest shopping holiday of the year. Interesting. Now, I'm suddenly, like, real pleased to be able to say I've actually had a smallpox vaccine. Probably been too long, but you know, it might give me a little bit of an edge. It's been about 10 years since I've had one. You don't exactly get boosters for it, though. Also, will say it is the worst vaccine I've ever had in my life. You do not feel good for quite a while afterwards. Well, I say that. As far as the worst vaccine I've ever had in my life, there have been some doozies. Definitely been some doozies. I tell you what, we're actually going to head to this safe house, as it is the safe house for the zone that we are currently in. Is there like an easy way out of here, please? That would be super great. I don't want to have to backtrack through this entire mission. Usually there's a quick way down from stuff like this. Like right over there. Thank you. The other contender for worst vaccine is probably the anthrax vaccines, which are plural and require 4 doses spread over a several month period. Like, it's that bad. Would not recommend. And in fact, if you're never in the military, you probably will never even have any opportunity to interact with those things. Unfortunately, anthrax and smallpox were potential concerns with some of the work that I did. More cleaners. So we are in a zone that is, well, now our level, not really higher. So these guys are going to be fairly on point with the danger level we would expect. They're now 2-shottable. There's a 4th one of you. I was not expecting the group to be so big. Okay. Seem to be fond of the military M870s. Worn out jeans. Have we finally found the jeans to suit us? Let's check this out. And we go inventory, and we go appearance, and we go pants. Modern worn out jeans. I mean, they're okay. I'm going chinos all the way, man. Okay. Alright. Next safe house is the Wolves Den. I like the name of that, too. I'm actually quite excited. The only safe house that I have not liked, like I think is poorly designed, is the Cavern. The reason for it is, it's a cool thing in theory, like on paper, neato. It's inside a sewer. However, the big problem with it is that getting in or out of it just takes too long. for video game purposes, I wouldn't recommend something that's down a ladder and then like you run over and there's another ladder, and then it's just not conducive to getting into and getting out of. I hate when I have to fast travel and the closest place is the cavern, because I know that I'm not just going to walk out a door and find myself where I need to be. Let's see, agent discovered. So we are also the second wave of the Division, and so things like this pop up occasionally. We can find evidence of previous members of the Division and what may have happened to them. We can follow this in this direction. I'm not going to bother with this right now, but basically we could take this in this direction. We would then expect to encounter another clue. That's one of 4, and we bounce around for a little bit and eventually find what had happened to them. So remember what I was just saying about the cavern? Please don't tell me, well, that's not so bad. A single ladder I can deal with a little bit more comfortably. Aw, so patriotic. Cool. So we're gymnasium styled, cots on the floor everywhere. It's only level 12, so you know, maybe we took our sweet time in getting here. Okay, so this does give me an opportunity to show the first time you make it to a new region, or a new safe house in a region, I suppose. This is what we can see right now, a few of the story missions that have been sent to us. We've got a couple of encounters. They may have just been things that we've actually spotted on our own running around. What we can do is come into the map and download a little bit of map data. That's going to give us numerous additional encounters in the area. And then
best deals this side of the dark zone.
We can request a sit rep.
So you're the one they sent to help. You remind me a little of Sully's kid, the one who used to hang out around Deckard's till that place closed. They put in a sports bar there, all family money behind it, don't you know? Anyway, you're here now, and God knows there's plenty for you to do. Just like when Sergeant McManus took over the beat. Remind me to tell you about that sometime.
Something tells me that Sammy's going to get kind of distracted during our mission briefs with him. So that gave us the encounters and side missions that are currently here. And as you can see, quite a few new things have popped up in the area. I like that system. I think it's kind of cool and better than just, oh yeah, here's the missions that are all over the map at all times.
What can I help you with?
Do you sell anything like super cool? Oh, I'm in love with SOCOM M1A. Oh, I'm in love. Okay. So we are seeing upgrades like this. We're currently using a classic M1A, but this feels like a thing that I want. Okay, about 180 DPS better. But I would say the big thing. Oh. It takes small optics. I do want to buy.
My best sale of the day.
Actually, I do want to buy.
Look at this selection.
But I didn't really pay much attention to what else you had. Some shotguns.
Maybe you could buy something next time.
Not really feeling it, my man. Let's swap this out really quick. Oh, does that not look glorious?
Best prices in New York.
And mod. No? Was I mistaken? Did it not say that it took small? It does accept these though. Optimal range and accuracy. I might consider running around with a sniper rifle without the super zoom scope. I don't use it on zoom nearly as often as I use it out of it. So that might make sense. It also accepts an underbarrel attachment, or in that case a side barrel attachment. probably go with the extended mags again. I like those extra couple of shots. And a suppressor, especially in tan, makes a ton of sense. Okay, so I'm suddenly sold on the wolf stent. They gave me a real cool new gun. Alright guys, tell you what, we have been at it long enough. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this episode up. I hope you enjoyed it, and a little bit more of an explanation of what is going on the medical front with the Division looking for a cure. Between stabilizing the city's security elements, getting its infrastructure back up and running with the tech missions, and searching for a cure, we are battling this thing on all fronts, I assure you. It just doesn't seem like that at all times. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to subscribe. More videos on the channel every day. Leave a like or a comment if you have anything to say about this or any of my other videos, and I will catch you guys next time.